Hello, it is I, your boy Gomi, and we're back after a week break of no UFC. We are back with another UFC fight night, and it's going to be Dawson versus Green. Not my choice for fight night. Kind of confusing why they're also main eventing for reasons I'll go over later, but regardless, I missed the fights. I'll take anything at this point. We had boxing last weekend, and I don't give a damn about watching Canelo fight anymore at this point, to be perfectly honest with you. But I will also not lie to you. This is a card. This is one of the cards of all time. But I'm really hoping that it ends up being one of those cards where it's kind of low key, kind of like I don't really care for much people on here, and it's just banger after banger. Especially because I really like this background that I have on the screen right now. That just looks so clean to me. That looks so clean. But regardless, let's get into this. UFC Fight Night. Grant Dawson is going to be taking on Bobby Green, and we're going to be breaking down the card. First fight on the card isn't even going to pop up like how it normally does. Why is that not a thing? Okay, Montana De La Rosa versus Stephanie Egger. Stop popping up, so I don't really need to go much into it. I don't like this fight at all. This is not a very entertaining fight because both Stephanie Egger and De La Rosa are not the best fighters. Both coming off a loss. Yeah, both coming off a loss. All I could really say, both coming off multiple losses, but all I could say about De La Rosa is De La Rosa has faced better competition. Tatiana Suarez, Macy Barber are a lot better than going up against Aline Perez and Irina Aleskeva and Maya Brana Silva. That's nothing to really snuff at. Honestly, I'm not a fan of either fighter, like I said. What I will say, though, about Rosa, she has finished. Of her 5 wins in UFC, 4 have been finishes. So I'm going to be leaning with Rosa. I think she's going to be the better grappler and better striker. Or I think better overall over Stephanie Egger, to be perfectly honest with you. And she is a finisher. But make no mistake, this is a women's MMA fight. It can lead to a decision. It's just the way it goes. They often can lead towards decisions. But De La Rosa has been a proven finisher. I would not bet this fight. I don't think the early odds are very good, to be perfectly honest with you. Let me look at it. Yeah, De La Rosa is going to be a slight favorite. I'm going to be going with her by finish if you have to bet on it, but don't bet on it. I don't like it. Another fight I don't like, and this is a stinker of a fight. Nate Manez versus Mateus Mendoza. Mendoza? I struggle with both of their names. But regardless, both guys are coming down, actually. This is a flyweight bout. I only thought it was Manez going down. Both guys are going down. Both guys coming off losses. Mateus has not looked that bad, though. He's not looked that bad coming off his losses. While Manez, at freaking bantamweight, he looked dead and depleted. He looked awful cutting down the bantamweight. And now he's counting down to flyweight? Screw this. Screw that. I am not picking Manez. I will say it's not very good odds. The early odds are looking for Mateus. I'm doing the Polish pronunciation. Whoever Mateus. He's going to be a -260 favorite. I don't like that straight betting. I would like him as a parlay piece, though. But overall, I also feel the under, whoever it is, 1.5, no, 2.5. It's under 2.5. I think that's a good bet to definitely do with this fight, because I do feel someone's getting finished with that brutal cut, to be honest with you. But either way, not a fan of this fight in terms of excitement, but I think it's a good fight to bet on. Vanessa Demopoulos versus Kanako Murata. I don't like this fight as well either. I also don't like a heavy favorite. A -370 for Murata. She's definitely the better fighter. She's definitely gonna win. She is coming off a loss, but oh god, are you really gonna lay that? You gonna really lay 370 on a woman's favorite like that? That will bust you. I don't know, man. I just think that's a really bad fight to bet on. Demopoulos is kind of tanky as well too. She is very hard to take out. Murata is pretty good as a not as good as I thought she was. 50% decisions, while Demopoulos, you see, 81% decisions, because like I said, she's a tank. She's a tank. She takes a lot of hits. Both wise, statistic wise, are very basic. Murata very heavy on the grappling. I don't think she's gonna be able to take her out. I don't think this is the fight to bet on. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Don't bet on this fight. I'm going to be going with Murata. Probably a decision. I think that's most likely. But that's it. Not betting anything else on it. Don't waste your money. Johnny Munoz versus Aaron Lang. I struggled with his name before in the past. Again, another fight I'm not too keen on. I know a lot of people. This is a pick'em fight, I believe. Let me see what the odds are currently at. Yeah, pick'em. Exactly. -110 for each guy. It's really going to be a coin flip, and I think the odds properly reflect that. I think this is definitely a coin flip fight. I think both guys are pretty talented bantamweights. It's just that you have way more experience for RNG Lang. I like his grappling better. I like his striking better. But Munoz, no, I like his grappling better for Munoz, to be honest with you. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm liking his grappling better. And while he's less experienced, I feel he has less wear and tear. Liang has a lot of wear and tear on him. He got taken down multiple times by Cody Durden. That's the main thing that made me swap on his grappling, honestly. Has a lot of wear and tear. Simple as that. He hasn't been in the UFC also nearly that much, to be honest with you. So he doesn't have as much UFC caliber experience, which is going to lead me to pick Johnny Munoz. I think your best option with this fight is just going to be a money line, honestly. Money line for whichever guy you have. Flip the coin. Personally, myself, I'm going to be landing at Johnny Munoz. Carolina, I'm Polish. Part Polish. Can't say her name. But I also cannot, I struggle to pronounce my last name. Kolicek versus Belbita. Diana Belbita. Diana Belbita is going to be the favorite in this fight due to her wrestling ability, and she also has okay knockout power, but something about it, oh no, Carolina's the favorite, forgive me. Well, that backs my pick of it more. Carolina, I feel, is just a little bit more sleeker, a little bit more technical. She's not a finisher by any means, any stretch of means. She does not throw with power, but she throws a lot of volume. Same thing with Belbita. Belbita is just a slightly better grappler from what I've seen, but I feel a lot of this is going to be contested in the clinch. I'm going to be going with Carolina, honestly, as a slight favorite. I think that's solid, but then again, women's MMA with underdogs, especially only slight underdogs, can hurt sometimes. As you see, I was about to pick Carolina as an underdog. I'm going to still go with her, but I don't like betting on this fight. I don't like it, but I'm going to have to go with Carolina. I'm going to go with a decision. I think your best bet for this fight, honestly, is to go over 2.5. Over 2.5 is, I feel, a lock, but I feel that those odds are going to be juiced up to all hell, but that's going to be my pick. Then we're going to be getting to the main card. Alexander Hernandez versus Bill Algeo. I wanted to lean towards Alexander Hernandez, a failed prospect, a guy who a lot of people are really high on. Guess who he knocked out his UFC debut? Do you know who it was? It was Beneil Dariush. Yes, he knocked out Beneil Dariush round 1 in his UFC debut. A lot of people are super high on him. Well, he started talking shit to a prime Cowboy Cerrone. That does not go well for you. Prime Cowboy Cerrone, a lot of people mean him, say, oh, he lost 7 in a row. Oh, he's garbage. He's trash. Connor took him out in 20 seconds or whatever. Prime Cowboy Cerrone was something different. Ask Rick Story, ask Benson Henderson, ask a lot of these guys. Prime Cowboy Cerrone was a problem. Ask Alexander Hernandez, who put a whooping on his ass. I like his striking better. I'm not going to lie to you. I like the striking of Alexander Hernandez better. I think he lands more powerful shots, and I think he's a lot more varied with it. But the problem and the reason why I looked at this, I was like, I think I like Alexander Hernandez. I swapped the Bill Algeo. Featherweight. I did not realize Alexander Hernandez was going down in weight. I don't like that at all. Granted, he probably sees that as the better division for him to go for a title, because lightweight, not happening. Them lightweights, them killers. Even the guys in the bottom 15 of lightweight could put on surprising performances, like a Dan Hooker taking out a Jalen Turner. I think Alexander Hernandez saw that, hey man, I'm going down the featherweight. I'm going to try my luck there. Oh well, he went up against Bill Algeo. I think Bill Algeo is going to be overall the more complete mixed martial artist, and I'm going to be leaning towards him. And I think that weight cut for Hernandez is not going to do good. I don't think that's going to do him good at all, to be perfectly honest with you. Oh well, give me Bill Algeo. Give me Bill Algeo by decision. I don't think he's going to take out Hernandez. I think neither guys really has the finishing power to take the other guy out, but I'm just going to lean on Algeo because he's more accustomed to the weight. Felipe Lins versus Ian Cutelaba is a weird fight for me. I don't like Cutelaba. I think he's kind of ass. He's very exciting though, and he is the more accomplished finisher. Why Felipe Lins, don't like his chin. I don't like his chin. I need to pull it up. I'm pretty sure, wasn't he knocked out in... He was knocked out by Bozer. And then, I thought Arlovsky knocked him out too. But he was knocked out by Bozer, and he was knocked out by Vadimir Nemkov back in Bellator. He's been knocked out a few times. And Ian Cutelaba, how do I keep wanting to say Ian Cutelaba, he's just explosive. He has damage, but he's also dumb. He's a very dumb fighter. Look at him playing possum against Magomed Ankalaev, causing the worst stoppage of all time. And then Magomed Ankalaev beat a living piss out of him in a rematch. I just don't think he's a smart fighter. I don't like how he fights, but I think he's got good power. I think he's very susceptible to submissions, particularly. Look at what Johnny Walker did to him, submitted him like nothing. I'd like to mention I had a poor stream, a poor receptive stream. Wink, wink. Because Lord knows I wasn't paying for $2.79. But yes, and then the stream cut out and it cut back in, and it's Walker submitting him. I sat there and said, how the hell did that happen? And he even got submitted by Ryan Spann. I just don't like it. I think he has power. I think he could definitely finish a Felipe Lins, and I think he's gonna finish him by KO. But anybody else, man, who has even remote submission ability, is like, you can't get submitted by Johnny Walker. What the hell is that, man? Ryan Spann makes sense, but Johnny Walker, man. Oh well, regardless, give me Ian Cutelaba by KO. But otherwise, I don't like this fight. Maybe a more safer pick would just be the fight ends inside the distance. I guess. Now, I mentioned earlier why I thought it was weird that Grant Dawson was fighting Bobby Green in the main event. Do you know why that's weird? Yeah, 2 fights ago, Dober knocked out Bobby Green. Ricky Glenn. 2 fights ago, he went to a draw with Dawson. Thought he could have won that. Why? In fact, like, why are they so far down on the card? Why are they 4 fighting the card? This guy beat one of the guys in the main event just a couple months ago. This guy went to a draw with this guy in the main event a little bit more than a couple months ago. When was that? That was like 2 years ago, so yeah. But still, I don't know. I don't see why that not saying these guys should be in the main event. I'm just saying I don't think these guys should be in the main event. I low-key would have more liked to have Joe Pyfer in the main event, to be perfectly honest with you, but nobody cares about Abdul, to be honest with you. So, yeah, give me Dober in this fight. You guys know what I say. I don't like fighters. coming off layoffs, and Ricky Glenn is coming off a sizable layoff of a year and 2 months. I'm stupid. I forgot he did have the Jiaojiu's fight. Regardless, inactivity. I don't ignore my whole bit about fighters coming off layoffs. That's stupid on my part. I completely forgot about the Jiaojiu's fight. I still don't like it. I like Dober. His Muay Thai is going to be better. His striking's much more efficient. I'm probably pretty sure he's going to be a heavy favorite. Yep, he is a minus 425 favorite, as I figured. Give me Dober by KO. I think that's easy money, honestly. Give me Dober inside the distance, actually, because here's a chance he could submit him. He could get a club and sub. I just think his Muay Thai is much more efficient. I think he's a stronger fighter as well, too. I know he's coming off that brutal KO from Matt Favola, but Matt Favola is actually surprisingly decent. And Drew Dober was top ranked. He was 15. I don't think Ricky Glenn has really anything for him, to be perfectly honest with you. So give me Drew Dober inside the distance. Maybe the KO prop, depending if it's spicy. But it probably won't be due to that minus 425. Oh, God. Alex Morono versus Joaquin Buckley. I like Joaquin Buckley, but I will be honest with you. We overrated Joaquin Buckley. He jumped into stardom for that amazing ninja kick knockout. But since then, he's looked only decent. He's got some decent knockouts, I will be honest with you. But that does lead me to believe he is going to knock out Alex Morono. I don't like Alex Morono's chin. I don't like how he fights at all, to be honest with you. I think Alex Morono honestly has pretty bad striking. And the only way he's gotten any far with it is just been to the fact that he has good power. He has good power, but still he lives in decisions. Keep that in mind. Decisions against Mickey Gall and Matthew Semmelsberger. But other than that, he's just got power. He's just got power, and it's not even super good power, because you look at the people he's dropped. Tim Means clubbed and subbed him, and then he knocked out Cowboy Cerrone. I just don't think Morono is a good fighter. I think we're overrating Buckley, but I definitely think he's better than Morono, and I think Morono leaves his chin out there so horribly that Buckley could find a good kick and knock him out. I definitely think Buckley's going to knock him out. Buckley's looked a little bad in some certain spots, to be perfectly honest with you. So that was what leads me more so just wanted to do Buckley money line. But minus 200 isn't that good. Maybe it's a parlay piece, but minus 200, not that good. But Buckley knockout, I think that's a shoe. I think he's got it in him. Regardless, going to the co-main event of the evening, Joe Pyfer versus Abdul Razak Al Hassan. I struggled with that. I really did. Holy Jesus Christ. I love Joe Pyfer. I got to see him live versus GM3 back in 287. So good. That was just such a great knockout, electric knockout that I called. But guys, minus 450. Most books have a minus 450. I think DraftKings minus 470. Okay. This is your certified parlay buster, because Abdul is not bad. He's not bad. I know he lost to Buckley. And again, like I said, Buckley, honestly, we thought he was going to knock him out. But Abdul's pretty tough. He's pretty strong. I definitely think he has it in him to beat Joe Pyfer. I'm going to pick Joe Pyfer. I think Joe Pyfer's going to win this. But I'm not going to be like with Joe Pyfer against GM3, I was like, all right, Joe Pyfer, knockout, lock it in. It's going to happen. I even wanted to get spicy with round 1, but I elected against it. But Jesus Christ, man. You really think that Joe Pyfer is going to run through Abdul? Abdul's not bad. Not bad. He can get chinned. I don't know how he survived Buckley, but he did get chinned by Chaos Williams. He can get chinned, but it's only happened, I believe, once. I'm looking at right now. Yes, he's only been chinned by Chaos Williams. If any guy's gonna chin him other than Williams, Joe Pyfer is that guy. But I don't want to go out here acting like Joe Pyfer is an elite Omega level prospect like Bo Nickel, who came out the same season of Contender Series. But I definitely think Joe Pyfer will win this. It's just that this is a parlay buster. I'm just too scared of that. That's chalky. -4, almost -400. There's no value in it. All it's gonna do is it'll bust your parlay. It'll bust your round robin. I love Joe Pyfer, but I'm not betting him. Don't bet this fight. I think Joe Pyfer has more power. He is much more accurate with his strikes, but Abdul, he's very tricky. He's got really good movement. I do like that, and he is an accomplished finisher. He is a powerful and accomplished finisher with 100% finish rate. He lands a lot of volume, and he's got the same defense as Joe Pyfer. Everything he has just leads me to believe he's very solid. I think this fight could easily be a decision win for either guy, and it could easily be a knockout win for either guy. I don't know how this fight goes. I'm putting it at pick'em. I'm putting this fight as a pick'em. I don't think Abdul's that bad. I think he's pretty good. I'm going to lean slightly towards Joe Pyfer, but I have him as like a -120. I have him as like a -120, -115. That's just me. That's just me. So give me Joe Pyfer by knockout, but not confident. Not confident. And for the main event of the evening, the very bizarre main event of the evening, Grant Dawson's going to be taking on Bobby Green in a lightweight matchup. Let's go down the tail of the tape. Grant Dawson's going to be 29 years of age, 20 wins, 1 loss, 4 knockouts, 13 submissions. He also has 1 draw. I don't know why I didn't write that on there. Yes, 13 submissions. He's 5'10" in terms of height. Switch stance fighter. 72-inch reach advantage, a 3.70 takedown average, a 63.90% significant strike accuracy, -380 favorite. He has significant wins over Damir Ismagulov and Jared Gordon. Bobby Green, he's going to be 37 years of age, 30 wins, 14 losses, 10 knockouts, 9 submissions. I honestly have not looked at Green's stats in a while. I was surprised. He has almost as many submissions as he has knockouts. That's very impressive. But he also has a lot of decisions. No, he's like basically, almost 10-10. Wow, that's funny. He's 5'10" in terms of height, orthodox stance, 71-inch reach disadvantage, a 1.21 takedown average, a 54.88% significant strike accuracy, and he's a +300 underdog. Significant wins over Tony Ferguson, Nasrat Hakparas, Ale Quinta, and Lando Venata. You know why this is the main event? They made a name off him by taking out Tony Ferguson. He's a character. He's a fan favorite. He's been a fan favorite, but he's not a fan favorite enough for me to want to see this guy headline fight nights. But I do like watching Bobby Green fight. He's put on some good bangers. His fight against Ale Quinta was good. His fight against Nasrat was good. His fight against Rafael Fiziev was good. His fight against Tony Ferguson was good. His fight against Drew Dober is good. Bobby Green does throw on good fights. Grant Dawson, very efficient fighter. Future of the lightweight division. A very talented fighter. God, he's boring, but he's extremely good. Who's going to win this fight? Grant Dawson's going to win this fight. I do think Bobby Green has very good anti-wrestling, and he's able to do okay against wrestlers. Like, for example, he was able to do okay against Islam Makhachev. Keep in mind, okay still leads to getting knocked out in the first round. But doing that against Islam Makhachev, that's great. That's impressive. But I still see Grant Dawson just piecing him up. I think on the feet, Bobby Green's going to be a little bit elusive, but Dawson's going to have the more power. And Green is coming off 2 fights removed, a brutal knockout to Drew Dober. He's going to take some shots, not much. He's going to roll with it a lot, because that's the thing. Bobby Green has a hands-down, shoulder-rolling style, which is very efficient. But Grant Dawson will be able to land some power shots, get him down the ground, and control him. I think this fight's going to go long. I think the over on this fight is going to be a really good one, but that's the only thing I would take if it's not juiced up. Because otherwise, I am not taking a -425 Grant Dawson. A parlay piece. But Some of these books like FanDuel and DraftKings have even worse than 425. They have them around like 445 or 430. There's no value in that. There simply just isn't value in that. What are you gonna do? Put $40 to win $44.50? You really gonna do that? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna stay away from this fight. I don't think it should be main event. I think honestly the co-main event is a much more competitive, a much more funner fight. I don't like those odds. I think it'll be a little bit more crazier. But oh no, who knows? My main problem with Dawson and why I'm not super hyped for this as well too, is just he's not exciting. He's very good. He's really good. He's definitely the future of the division. I don't know. I think submission is very likely as well too. I think Bobby Green could get submitted. I just think he'll go a little bit longer. I think he'll go a little bit longer and lean more towards decision. That's just me personally. So regardless, Grant Dawson is definitely going to be the winner. Maybe take over 2.5. Maybe if you could find a nice 2.5 or 3.5, maybe that would be a little bit better of a bet. But regardless, don't be taking any unders. Don't put a little bit of respect on Bobby Green. He can survive. It's just he's going to lose. So that is going to be the extent of it. Please let me know what you think in the comment section below. Leave a like, leave a comment. I appreciate all the feedback and support I get in these videos, and it really makes me happy. It puts a smile up to my face, so I would love if you could put some more smiles on my face. Once again, this has been your boy Gomi. Bye-bye.